I'm on the campus of the University of Costa Rica, the sports fields where we've been before. Some type of dance or music going on over there. Today, according to plan, is my last day. My flight back to the U.S. actually leaves at 12:50 a.m. Tuesday, but this is effectively my last day. I'll be going to the airport in probably about 8 hours from now. Hopefully I won't wait too long there. So I'm going once more around the campus of the university because I do want to get out and get some walking in because I'll be cramped up for a while. Look at that hard-packed red dirt. It's middle of March, actually getting close to the end of March, and the rainy season that started. We're still in summer, which here is November through April, maybe November through May. So it's hard to remember what it was like when I was first here, and there was torrential rains every afternoon. Doesn't look like that will be a thing today. I think it was my second Sunday that I first came here. Oh, look at that, that's a nice breeze. And at the time, looking over at those mountains, you know, that was Terra Incognito. Now that's just Heredia. I've been there many times, or towards Heredia and Alajuela in just in the past couple months when I started to do that regularly. So once again, it's hard to remember what it was like when those were just background instead of a place I could actually go. So here's this path. I've been down this path before. Once again, very different. You can see the underbrush on either side has gone back, it's died back, and there's so far not as many butterflies and stuff flittering around. Not enough moisture, probably not flowers out. Feels different this time. Makes it easier to walk along. One thing today is I don't want to do too much, you know, walking around, getting sweaty and hot, because I don't want to be like dehydrated and exhausted. It is pretty warm out today, so I don't want to be dehydrated and exhausted, but I want to get enough exercise in to, you know, kind of calm myself down a little. So just a brief walk around campus, see what I can see. Maybe I couldn't even see this last time looking south towards Tres Rios and those mountains. Maybe too overgrown to see those over there the last time I was here. It's actually a pretty pleasant walk. Just don't want to overdo it. Strangely enough, I've never followed this path, maybe because last time it was overgrown, but this path just leads right back to the street. Before when I went here I had to take a much more circuitous route, but here we are, we're right back on the street a couple blocks from where I live. I'm actually going to turn around because I haven't got my walk in enough. I'm going to go back this way. Also, kind of a sign, you know, even after almost 6 months here, still, even my immediate neighborhood, I'm learning and seeing new things. Traveling can be great this way. So I think this is where I came from to find this place again, but I'm just going to proceed right back up this way. So, back up here. There's the fence right there. Just doing another little walk around the campus. One thing is I wish I could really describe how I feel, not just for me, but as a traveler. What is it when you move to another country and in 5 months you go from being a novice to being well-traveled, and what does it feel like when that goes away? Camera has pretty good resolution, but it can't capture feelings. So there, if I follow this path, that goes down to the river. I'm just going to turn around right here and go up this way. So over that way, they were having a game. I don't actually know if I'm allowed to walk through, and I just didn't want to disturb, so I walked back this way. Not in a hurry, well, not much of one. It's a quiet Monday, just walking around the sports fields, getting ready to leave. So one thing, past 2 weeks have actually been kind of slow, in part because I had an infection. And I had so many plans of places to go, and my last day here, just want it calm, just walking around this campus a couple blocks from my home. So I did have several goals before things slowed down. The biggest one is that I wanted to cross the Bay of Nicoya and go to Guanacaste province. That's not going to happen this trip. Just kind of slowed down. But one thing I want to say as a traveler, and I hope this is useful advice, no matter how much you do and where you go and how deeply you dive into the experience of living in another country, when it's time to go, you will regret not doing enough. So you just kind of have to factor that in. Yeah, there will be slow weeks. And also compare that to what I would be doing if I was living normally in the US. Where I went somewhere new 2 times a week since the beginning of January. And so I've been really busy, but wow, there's all is more, and that's why right now I'm just walking around the university. I'm gonna go home, take a cool shower, wash my clothing one last time, and then wait some more. But this is what I have for today. So this is an example of you see new things all the time. I've walked by this building before, but until today I didn't know what it is. Academia de Alta Cocina, Academy of High Cooking. I think that might mean something different, but basically a gourmet cooking academy. Never noticed that before, thought about that. That's still learning new things. And in that direction, down the street, is the AM/PM. It's been a helpful thing for me. So one thing about moving and changing, and I talked about this when I left Corvallis, is that part of me feels that because of all these things that define my life, the street that I live on, shops I go to every day, counting up my change for the bus, because those things will change, those things will be gone, part of who I am right now will be gone. I'll be a different person. And I felt that way when I left Corvallis. Everything that defined me, going to the grocery outlet, daily walks in Washington Park, all those things were gone. And before doing that, that was daunting. Will I be the same person? And obviously after it happens, well, of course I have a persistent sense of self. Yay, I'm older than 18 months. Or maybe I'm sentient. And so after that happens, yeah, I just look back. There's actually a similar discussion in Doctor Who when the Doctor talks about regenerating. But while it's happening, and even though a lot of it's stuff I'm not going to miss, yeah, I feel kind of sad. I'm going to change who I am. But even within that, you don't step in the same stream twice. That only opened months ago, 2 months ago. And when I came here, it was still under construction. So when I say the me that lives here will be gone, well, the me that was here in December is gone. I'm a very different person. I relate to my environment a lot different than I did in December. So these are just all things that you consider while traveling. And there's all sorts of these big issues, change, life, mortality in the background are all there. And in the foreground, it's like, I need some Hall's cough drops if I'm going on a long flight. What if I get a tickle in my throat? That's what's going on with me right now. Big and little right next to each other. And here I am at Parque de los Profesores, place I would have come to on my first Wednesday. My first full day here. I think I made a video about it that day. It's changed. It's summer. It's Serre. Anyway, I keep on wanting to say more because it's so hard to conclude all the thoughts. I want to get all those thoughts out, but I can't. So I'll just do what Miles Davis, told John Coltrane to do and just take the saxophone out of my mouth.